Now on CoastTV News.
Voting for the future of Ocean City, why people are for and against some rental rules.
This man is the new interim fire chief for the Lewis Fire Department. We're going to tell you why.
Headphones, sunglasses, and fidget toys, what the Delaware State Fair is doing to make the fair comfortable and welcoming for all.
The sunshine sticks around for another day without the worry of high humidity.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Signs up in Ocean City hoping to sway people's vote. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. We begin tonight with registered voters in Ocean City going to the polls to determine short-term rental rules in the town.
Take a look here. On your screen are areas that would be affected by this rule, which are single-family residential and mobile home residential districts. Town officials estimate the changes would impact about 300 of OC's roughly 9,000 rental properties. The new rules involve a 5-night minimum length stay for short-term rentals in those areas. And in 2027, that would be a 31-day minimum. Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zappe live in OC. Kevin, right now, voters are deciding whether to keep those rules or throw them out.
Maddie, we are here at the Ocean City Convention Center where people have been driving and parking and walking inside to cast their vote. And obviously some people have been here all day trying to sway people's votes. Now over here we have people that are against the new rule. And then we also have people over here that are voting for the new rule. Now, this has been going on for months, both sides hoping that people vote their way, leading to today. Now, if these new rules are approved, then a 5-night minimum length of stay will be imposed. That would jump up to a 31-day minimum by 2027. We talked to people who took the time to vote, and as of right now, some people are for the new rules, while others are against it.
Half the time, the owners don't even know who's coming in. It goes through whatever agency, rental agent, or whatever. And that's just not what single-family homes are for.
I voted against it. I clean some of these Airbnbs and I do some of the Verbos, and we haven't had any problems at all.
Now, if you are a registered voter in Ocean City, you have until 8 p.m. tonight to vote here at the Ocean City Convention Center. And we'll be here live at 11 p.m. with the results. I'm Kevin Zappe, live in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
And with this vote happening today, we did look at short-term rentals in other communities on Delmarva. Here's what we found. Let's go to Milton first, where they're looking at a policy that would cap a short-term stay at 30 days. Now to the money, Fenwick Island has debated implementing a combination of local and state taxes for short-term rentals, resulting in a 12.5% tax rate. And the town of Selbyville is considering banning short-term rentals altogether.
This brings us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know if Ocean City requires a 31-night minimum stay in neighborhoods. What will you do?
Let's take a look at the results so far. 23% say support the change, 61% say stop renting, and 16% say sell my property.
If you haven't voted yet, if you want to leave us a comment about this one, go to coasttv.com or use our mobile app. Lewis firefighter Bill Buckaloo is out as fire chief. The department now has an interim fire chief. His name is Robert Stevens. Stevens has held the position at the department since 2016, including as assistant chief. According to the department, Buckaloo has resigned from his position as fire chief, and he's suspended from the department pending an investigation. This comes following Buckaloo making what the department calls a derogatory comment. Some locals we spoke with say it's disheartening.
In a public servant position, you're serving the public, and that means everyone. You don't get to pick and choose who you're going to serve, who's important, who's not important. So if you're holding a position like that, how do you not bring those biases into your job? So if that's something that you're doing, then you really should not be a public servant.
The department will vote soon to pick a permanent fire chief. Also, full disclosure, interim Chief Stevens is the husband of Coast TV assistant news director and anchor Madeline Overturf. In Salisbury, there are temporary sidewalk closures at Milford Street and South Division Street. Those closures are going to remain in place through Friday, July 25th. Crews working from 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. every day. The goal is to improve ADA accessibility. Drivers and pedestrians should expect traffic changes.
The Delaware State Fair has launched a new sensory inclusion initiative. The fair now has a sensory activation vehicle. It's meant for people suffering from PTSD, anxiety, if they're on the spectrum. Anybody who needs a break can come here and rest. This comes after the fair's first attempt in 2024, and marketing manager Carly Callahan shows us what's inside that vehicle.
Comfy beanbag chairs, a light panel that people can touch and feel, and then other things within like fidgets and just calmness, dark lights, so they can come in here if they're feeling overwhelmed. We wanted to create a space for people to come where they could feel, if they did feel overwhelmed, they can come and decompress.
The sensory activation vehicle will be available from 10 to 10 until the fair ends on Saturday, July 26th.
Let's go ahead and take a live look into Ocean City. Meanwhile, as people are voting, we want to check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams. Paul, what kind of day is it out there?
Absolutely perfect day to do anything outside you ever really wanted to do. We're talking about the kind of sunshine that doesn't come with the albatross of a high humidity or the threat of rain. Although we did pick up a little small marine warning, but it's way off the scale, but I'm going to show you that anyway, just to be thorough, of course. In Lewis, we'll drop down to 79 degrees with mostly clear skies by 7 o'clock. We actually got up to 85 degrees. 88 is the normal high, so we're 3 ticks below the norm for this time of the year. We're at 82 in Long Neck, 83 Dagsboro, 85 right now in Laurel, as well as Georgetown. Now, there's a marine warning in effect right here. It's really off of the coast of New Jersey, not really our immediate area, but the storms are falling to the south. And I'm only showing this because the storms, as they fall to the south, they're falling apart. So, you know, we're not really seeing it as a threat to Lewis or anything like that, but we have it up there anyway, so we just wanted to let you know about it. Also, we're picking up a small little shower that's just to the south of Crisfield that's staying out over the water. Coming up, we're going to talk about even more of that great kind of sunshine.
Breaking news tonight, heavy metal icon Ozzy Osbourne has died. He was 76. On social media, the British rocker's family said he died Tuesday morning, surrounded by his loving family. Osbourne launched his career as the frontman of the band that would become Black Sabbath in 1968. He later went solo. We will have much more on this music legend tonight at 11. President Trump coming to a trade agreement with the leader of the Philippines. As NBC's Von Hilliard shows us, the president is trying to keep the focus on deals, but the Epstein files are not going away.
President Trump talking trade with another world leader as his August 1st deadline bears down, greeting the Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. at the White House.
It's very tough for negotiating, but that's okay.
President Marcos, you think you'll get a deal done today, sir?
I think we will.
Trump, after the meeting, announcing a 19% tariff rate on the country, and he says free trade into the Philippines. But as the president tries to focus on tariffs, the controversy over releasing files on convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein is the story that won't go away. President Trump dismissing the significance of his relationship with Epstein.
It's sort of a witch hunt.
Today, the Justice Department, however, announcing Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche will meet with Epstein's former girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, in the coming days. She was convicted of various sex offenses, including sex trafficking minors.
Do you support the Justice Department seeking a new interview with Ghislaine Maxwell, and did you urge the Attorney General to seek one?
I don't know anything about it.
Do you have any concern that your Deputy Attorney General, who's your former attorney, would be conducting the interview?
No, I have no concern.
A House committee also announced it intends to subpoena Maxwell as soon as possible, but what information she can provide is unknown. A bipartisan group of lawmakers, led by Republican Thomas Massie, is trying to force a vote to release all the files on Epstein's death.
People have wanted these files for years, and then the president's staff, administration, his own children, his vice president have promised that these files would come out, and now we're being told it's a hoax. It doesn't wash.
What we want is a full release of the files, regardless of who is impacted.
But that won't happen until after the August recess now. Republicans canceling votes and sending lawmakers home on Wednesday. Also today, 2 judges ordering the government to provide additional details about its request to unseal grand jury transcripts related to the Epstein case. And one of those judges asking representatives of the victims and Epstein himself to provide their positions on the potential disclosure. In Washington, Vaughn Hilliard, NBC News.
There really isn't enough time in the day why scientists say Earth's faster spin is shaving off seconds.
With the upcoming forecast, it's simply the best kind of sunshine you could ever want. Details coming up.
But first, AI taking flight in the airline industry, how missing your plane now might cost you more later, thanks to that artificial intelligence. Up next.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
The airline industry is increasingly turning to artificial intelligence as they claim enhancing efficiency, safety, and even customer experience.
But as Ivan Rodriguez reports, now some airlines are beginning to expand their use of AI when it comes to ticket fares.
The use of AI in the global airline industry is only growing. KLM Royal Dutch Airlines chatbot uses AI to provide booking assistance and flight information. United Airlines uses it to communicate with passengers about cancellations and delays. American Airlines started using it to predict which passengers might miss their flights.
If you want information on changing your flight, if you want information on changing your seats, it's likely going to be AI responding to you.
Matt Britton, author of Generation AI, says we're beginning to see the next phase of airlines adopting artificial intelligence. Airlines use dynamic pricing to constantly reprice fares based on market conditions.
I think why consumers particularly have a problem with some of the recent news is it's not based upon their IP address. It's actually based more upon them as an individual. So I think it calls into question a lot of consumer privacy issues.
One of the first major airlines entering this new space is Delta. About 3% of Delta's domestic ticket prices are already determined by AI, with plans to raise that to 20% by year's end, according to the airline's president. As airlines adopt this model, travel writer Gary Leff says it will lead to more personalized pricing.
AI offers a tremendous ability to further segment customers based on what they know about those customers. They're not at this place yet, according to Delta, of actually taking specific information about individuals and putting that into pricing.
That was Ivan Rodriguez reporting. Experts say more airlines will deploy that dynamic pricing. If you want to avoid that, follow me here. Using incognito mode will block cookies that identify you, so you might be able to avoid that AI sneakiness.
Bay forecast, we're going to still stay cool, calm, and collected for Wednesday, Thursday, then Friday. Just enjoy tomorrow, and I'll tell you the rest of the forecast when we come back. Absolutely gorgeous sunshine for today. And you know what? We're going to just take the forecast for today, rinse, wash, and repeat for tomorrow. By the time we get to Thursday, well, things start getting a little bit different and perhaps a tad bit difficult. But we'll deal with that when we get there. Ocean City, we're holding at 80 degrees right now, courtesy of our DryTech camera. 77 degrees and clear skies around the 8 o'clock hour. We're holding at about 89 degrees in Redden right now. That's the hot spot in our general area. We are only at about 82 degrees in Dagsboro and Long Neck, but a cool 78 degrees right now. Rehoboth Beach, 79, Bethany Beach, as well as Lewis. Dew point temperatures in the 60s. Like I say, a little bit closer to the norm, but along the beaches, we start getting a hint, wink, wink, hint, that here comes the humidity trying to sneak its way back into the area. It's just not quite there just yet. So this is the one graphic that we're all going to keep a close eye on, because the muggy meter stays at humid for Thursday, but then it just jumps on Friday and then jumps even more Saturday and Sunday. So breathe deep while you can, because by the time we get to the weekend, that air is going to start feeling a whole lot thicker. We are looking clear now. Just across the water for us in Lewis, we're seeing some spotty showers pop up there, but they're not going to make it over towards the Lewis area as far as what we can tell for right now. Those showers are falling apart. If you go into the fair for tonight, keep in mind that we're looking for the temperature staying in the 70s. It's going to be cool and slight cool developing into the late night light hours, like really the last hour, maybe 45 minutes while the fair is still open. It's going to start feeling a little cool. So if you're sensitive to being cool, you might want to wear or have at least a long sleeve jacket available. 85 for the high today, 83 for the high in Ocean City. Brunch cast, we're looking at it like this. Hey, temperatures in the 70s with winds coming out of the west, out of the east, at about 8 to 6 miles per hour. For tomorrow, we anticipate temperatures in the 80s, 83 generally speaking in most locations. And then we're looking for 85 in Vienna, 86 in Cambridge. And then we're looking for winds to stay relatively light for us in Chincoteague and a high of 80 degrees. So For Wednesday morning, we start off in the 70s, we turn it back over into the low 80s. Wednesday's not a problem. Thursday, it's not necessarily a problem, but Thursday is something I want you to just kind of watch out for. I mean, we start off at 67, but look, we end up in the upper 80s, and the winds are coming out of the south, and with the southerly breeze, here comes that chance of moisture kicking back in. Now, it's going to kick in big time Saturday and Sunday, as our chances of rain will escalate by then. See, here's Saturday, rain Saturday night. Then Sunday, rain Sunday afternoon. Then Monday, it kind of peels off a little bit, but that's after 2 days. So when you take a look at the 3-day beach forecast, we're looking at conditions staying pretty favorable for us, but progressively getting warmer. 80 to 84 in Ocean City, 80 to 89 in Fenwick Island, and we go up to 92 in Lewis by Friday. Finally, here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Just enjoy tomorrow. I keep saying that because by the time we get to the weekend, you're going to start asking me what happened to the weather, and I'm going to tell you what happened to Wednesday.
I got it, Paul. Thank you. A company is using the power of AI to advance breast cancer prevention for women. Clarity Breast is the first FBI-authorized AI platform that predicts a woman's 5-year future risk of developing breast cancer by analyzing her mammogram.
This is what my human eye, my radiologist-trained eye, sees. Clarity Breast identifies patterns in the breast tissue that indicate future cancer risk. It's not looking for calcifications and masses and distortions. It's looking for patterns embedded in that mammogram that predict the woman's future risk of breast cancer.
It's important to note the AI does not entirely replace clinical judgment.
The Little League Softball Mid-Atlantic Regional Tournament, it is happening this week. The Delmarva Sports Network is in Bristol, covering Maryland's Del Mar team and Delaware's Camden, Wyoming squad. It is brought to you by Preston Automotive. We have live updates on the Delmarva Sports Network app, website, and social media.
Coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network at 7, the Delmarva Shorebirds take on the Lynchburg Hillcats at Purdue Stadium. Great night for baseball, and catch the final score at 10:30.
And coming up, if it feels like your summer days are flying by, well, you're not wrong. Scientists say this phenomenon is actually making some days literally shorter. How much you're losing next on CoastTV News at 5. Scientists say the Earth is spinning faster this summer, and that's making some days just a little bit shorter. Thursday, July 10th, was the shortest day of the year so far. Scientific data shows that that day lasted less than 24 hours by 1.36 milliseconds. And there are more short days ahead. Blink and you might miss it, but both today and also Tuesday, August 5th, things are going to be off by more than 1 millisecond. There are several reasons for this, including the moon's gravitational pull and influence of the Earth's liquid core.
The White House announced the decision to withdraw from the UN's Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Agency Tuesday, called UNESCO, citing what the Trump administration sees as anti-Israel bias. This is the third time the U.S. has left UNESCO, and the second time during a Trump administration. The decision will take effect the end of December 2026.
Target changing its price match policy. The policy used to let customers get a refund for the price difference of a product if they found it cheaper on Amazon, Walmart, or at a Target within 14 days of purchase. But beginning next Monday, the price match will only be valid if customers find an item for a cheaper price at Target stores or websites.
Now one more live look outside into Lewis and a check on our forecast after the break. A sea turtle is captivating hearts at a North Carolina aquarium. The newest turtle patient is named Lucky Duck after not only surviving a shark attack with the scars to prove it there, but because of its stomach. It was full of microplastics, and a lot of it. The aquarium says Lucky Duck is a reminder to protect our oceans.
Okay, let's take a look at our forecast. Laurel, we're holding at about 84 degrees right now, and we're expected to drop down to 78 degrees as early as 8 o'clock with mostly clear skies. Our umbrella winner, by the way, is Ron Whitkey of Harbison. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. If you need some information on your forecast, call us on your telephone or your cell phone or smartphone, or just call us. We're looking at temp numbers 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law office of Brugstead, Mandalis, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. A-OK for tomorrow, but then warming up quickly by Friday and stormy over the weekend.
All right, Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.